Nicole Las moved to Chicago after college and started running the lakefront for fun. After seeing the Chicago Marathon on TV, she was inspired to complete one herself. She's traveled the world to run in several since, but the most recent on July 13th was the coolest yet at the North Pole. Nicole Las is a pretty big fan of long-distance running, having completed more marathons than she can keep track of.
I've done 11 of them. I believe this was number 12, although I think I have to go back and count.
It was in 2018 when she first learned of one marathon unlike any she'd done before.
I couldn't believe anyone would want to do that, run at the North Pole, a full marathon. That's totally crazy. I had so many questions about logistics. How do you get there? How do you train? What do you wear? The more I read about it, the more I decided I actually wanted to do that. So I'm that crazy person.
Turns out getting to the North Pole was a 5-day process.
We flew to Paris, I got on a charter, flew to Svalbard, that little island again, and then boarded a boat to the North Pole. We saw so many things on the way going up there: polar bears, seals, whales, all in their natural habitat. You don't normally see that sort of thing.
Running a marathon on 2 inches of ice isn't an easy trek either. The course was about a half-mile loop, which the 50 runners completed 50 times in, yes, frigid conditions.
Maybe around 30 degrees up until the start. And then almost as soon as we started, the clouds came and the wind picked up. And it got to be a pretty grueling race in the end. A lot of the course was pretty slushy, unstable. So you weren't really running straight, you were kind of going side to side with your feet, really working hard to stay upright.
On top of several layers of clothing, runners wore life vests they weren't allowed to leave the boat without, adding to an already challenging task for even avid runners like Nicole.
Normally, 2.5-hour marathon runners, and they finish in 4 or 5 hours. I'm normally between 4.5, 5 hours normal marathon time, and I finished about 10.
The moment she finally crossed the finish line is one she'll never forget.
I got a bit emotional at the end because after all that work and that time spent and all of it came to a head, and you get through that finish line, it's like, oh my God, I finished that.
All the years she spent training in cold Chicago winters ultimately paid off.
It was worth the wait, worth the time, the training, the money. It was worth all of it and then some.
Nicole actually tore her meniscus in 2022 and was advised by doctors not to run more marathons. She went to physical therapy and worked with a trainer to be able to finish this race. She's gone back and forth on doing another, but feels if she could conquer the North Pole, she could do anything.